So let's get this going and hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Sketchalog. I'm your host Soul King Xander. I am here to catalog all the heroes, villains, creatures, and other things I come across in my travels. Would my guests like to introduce themselves? Tell us your name, what you've been doing, what you do, and how long you've been doing it for.
Yeah, my name is Brielle, and I am a nun who serves the Church of Red. I've been a VTuber for a little over a year now, and I mainly do a lot of variety content. So I play a variety of games. Normally not a big horror or first-person shooter type, but I do like RPGs and platformers, adventure games, kind of a mix of a bunch of stuff. If there's a game out there that I haven't played, I'm more than willing to try it at least once.
Awesome. So how familiar are you with like VTubing in the wider community? Is this something of just a anonymity thing for you, or are you more? You have a lineup of VTubers that you're a fan of?
So I really came across VTubing when like Kizuna Ai was really a big thing, and she was kind of like the stepping stone that led into the world of VTubing. And like I used to watch a little bit of Hololive. I really liked Korone, Inugami Korone. She was one of my favorite from Hololive. And then from there, I'd say like I'd watch indie VTubers here and there, but I always thought it was really cool, like, oh, they can be a content creator or like a streamer, but they don't have to show their face. Like, they can have that bit of anonymity to them. So it's like, oh, that's really cool. So if they could do something like that, why couldn't I? So I kind of shoot my shot and came up with a design, and here I am today.
Awesome. We have very similar paths and into getting into this, but since we're kind of talking about this design, what is the main inspiration for it?
So my design, I like to say my design comes from a running joke that I heard back in the 6th grade from my religion teacher. They said, you know, you're so good at religion class. One day you're gonna be a nun. And I was like, oh yeah, funny, haha, that's a funny joke. And then when it came time to me like coming up with my VTuber design, I'm like, you know what? What if we rolled with that joke? What if we took that joke to a more literal sense? So I kind of formed my model around the idea of me becoming a nun. But I kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. Like, I didn't want to be your traditional like religious nun, because that's nun is a religious figure.
Yeah.
I wanted to make like a fake church in a sense without being like too out there. And I'm like, you know what? There's a lot of ties to bread in religion. So I'm like, you know what? We're going to make the Church of Bread. And that's how the Church of Bread and Brielle, the head nun, that's how we were formed.
And then, do you think you could give us a bit, like, just sort of peel us off a little bit of an elevator pitch of your lore? Maybe how did what's the Church of Red about, and maybe what's your, I guess, what do they preach, so to speak?
Yeah. So my lore is essentially the village that I have grown up in. There is a deep connection to bread and bread making, like from generations past, and it's just been brought down through time. We've just been such a dedicated village to bread and bread making. Growing up in that village, I had a love of bread, and when I grew older, I kind of wanted to find my purpose in life. Like, what is my calling? What am I meant to do? And I kind of was drawn towards the centerfold of our town, which was our church. Church has always been really important to me both in my lore sense and in my in real life sense. So venturing into the church one day, going to see what's around, I heard a voice calling out to me. Turns out it was just our pastor behind the podium, but no one ever knew that we actually had a pastor. We always thought it was a holy voice coming from above. Turns out the pastor of the church is a living piece of bread. So the two of us, we've been working together. He kind of took me under his wing, and I've been serving the church alongside our pastor, Father Amales, and we've been baking and worshiping bread, and our mission as the church is to go out and spread the good word of the loaf to as many people as we can.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
It's really, really good. So, what do you? How do you feel? Like, what is your sort of thoughts and feelings about like VTubers having like lore in the first place? Like a content creator kind of associating themselves with like a bit of fiction and a bit of like canon that they are. They sometimes will tie their personalities to, but also sometimes they'll just like have as like a fun little thing. Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, to me, like a VTuber persona is kind of like an original character, and it's really interesting just to build lore behind the character. Like, who are they? What made you come up with their design? What kind of backstory they have? It's almost just like it is kind of like they are your original character. You're coming up with their lore, their design, their story. Who are they? And I always found that to be really neat. Just like coming up with a new character. Like this is someone that I created. I want to kind of craft them in a sense that I want to see where their story leads. I want to build upon their story and see where it takes them. So yeah, I really do enjoy lore building and backstories when it comes to designs and VTubers.
Awesome. And so with other VTubers and stuff like that, what is something that kind of catches your attention about another VTuber's design? Kind of like makes you sort of stop and take a closer look at them.
So it's interesting. I mean, there's so many VTubers in the community. Like the community has boomed since like the early days of streaming. But what really catches me is when I see a VTuber design that's kind of out of the norm. Like a lot of VTuber designs are like pretty anime girls and boys on the internet. But it's really interesting seeing the VTuber designs that are more so like they veer away from that path. Like they are more like cartoony. Their designs don't really fit like the schema of like, okay, this is your traditional anime male or female design. Like this, they kind of took it like a step in an opposite direction. Like they're still a VTuber, but their designs are just completely different. And I really appreciate designs that kind of veer away from like the sense of normalcy, like with like a traditional anime figure with like the more cartoony ones. Like Big Nose Bug is a primary example that comes to mind. Like her design is so cool, but it's definitely not the first thing you think of when you think of a VTuber. And I really appreciate creators who choose designs like that, because I think they bring a little more creativity and a little more like pop to the community. Like, wow, that's a really cool model. I really like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, definitely. Do you have any like? I guess you mentioned one, but do you have any others that you maybe want to specifically shout out while you're while we're thinking about it?
Yeah, another couple like Miss Lala is another one. She has a 3D model, but her whole persona is tied to that of like an old classic diner, and it's like just seeing the creativity and what kind of backgrounds you're able to come up with your design. And that's just I always found that so fascinating. Where like you can have a live 2D model, you can have a 3D model, you can have a VROR, you can have a PNG, but there's just so many cool designs out there. It's hard to like even find all of them. So when you do stumble across someone with a design that's kind of different than your standard, it's like, wow, really cool. I want to learn more about these people.
Yeah, definitely. So let's say that you woke up back to the day you decided to become a VTuber, and everything after like that has happened since had all just been a big dream. Would you want to do anything differently?
Yeah, that's a deep question, because it's like, what could like it's like, could I start over as a VTuber? Would I do something different if I started off on my journey? Like I had a design, like if I didn't become a nun, I kind of played around with some other ideas for models. Like one idea that I had is I really like Japanese lore and mythology, and yokai specifically. And one of the yokais that I really like is called a kappa. And they're like little turtle-looking yokai and ghosts, and they have like a water dish on their head. And I always thought they looked really cool. So I'm like, what if we made like a Kappa VTuber. Like, I've never seen anything like that. So I thought something like that could be really cool. Because there's a lot of designs that I've seen. Like, there's like a lot of animal designs. Like, another one that I thought it was like, oh, I could be an axolotl. But I know there's already so many axolotl VTubers. So it's like, how do I make my design stand out among the crowd?
Right.
So I think with like Brielle and my model now, like, to me, I've not really seen too many nun VTuber designs. Like, I've seen a lot of like angels before and demons, but not so much like priests or nuns or priestesses. So I was like, I really like that idea and I'd love to see it come to life. So that's kind of the path that I chose for my character, but definitely had some other ideas in mind when I was first coming up with my design. But honestly, I'm really happy with how Brielle turned out, and honestly, I love how she is. I don't know if I would change her though. She's just kind of become me in a sense, like I am her, she is me.
Sure.
Kind of become two in one.
Of course. Awesome. What would you say that you like the most about streaming?
So I started streaming at first to kind of be better at public speaking. I've always been more on the introverted, kind of shy side, so I always had trouble like talking with other people. So I wanted to use VTubing as a way to get better at speaking and get better at like public speaking. So I really like that one, people don't have to inherently look at me while I'm talking, like they're looking at my model.
Right.
But I like that I have that sense of anonymity, but I can also just talk like I'm talking to somebody else.
Yeah.
The more I've done VTubing, I feel like I've grown more confident in speaking, and I can just kind of, while I'm hiding behind a virtual screen in sense of like I'm not showing like my actual face, that doesn't mean I can't show my true personality through how I talk. So I like being able to like, I can talk to people without having to hide behind like a different personality. Like I can still be myself, but have a virtual avatar for myself instead.
And then is there anything that you wish you could do more of? Like anything that maybe you don't have the means to do right now, or you just haven't been able to get around to doing it yet? Like anything like that you'd want to be able to get more like done with that?
Yeah. One of the things that I've really wanted to do is I've loved to do more singing. Like there's a lot of like V singers out there. Not necessarily like they're VTubers, but they primarily focus more on singing.
Sure.
I would love to be able to do more so of that because like song covers and being able to do like karaoke streams and things like that. That's something that I would love to be able to do more of in the future. Because singing's always been a big passion of mine. I've done choir all throughout school. I actually was part of my church's choir, and I also did cantoring, and I also did musical theater. So I've always had a deep love of singing growing up.
Wow. I think definitely someone who's worth talking to about that is she's in the Sketchlog server we have, Electrics. She's, I'm pretty, if I remember correctly, she teaches music, albeit for kids, but you know, sometimes that's kind of a good place to start. But yeah, no, she's awesome. I definitely would, if you want somebody to talk to about that, she's the one to talk to about it.
Yeah, I definitely need to reach out to her and see if we can connect on that.
Yeah, absolutely. So then what would you say is your least favorite part about streaming?
My least favorite part is probably just setting up everything on my computer.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I have to have YouTube Studio open, and then I have to have OBS open, I have to have the game open, and then I have all these kinds of redeems, so there's different applications that do those redeems. So it's just remembering to like set up everything on my computer and crossing my fingers and hoping that everything runs smoothly. I think that's the most irritating part, is when like you have everything set up, like, okay, it's good to go, and then you go live and then scuff. And you're like, no, but why? But I had it all set up.
And it's almost like it's
that's the
fighting with
most
you.
irritating part.
Absolutely. And then if like I guess if there's anything that you wish you didn't have to do, like if you could like pay somebody to do it, if you could get like hire somebody, you could get somebody to do something for you for this whole thing, what would you want that to be?
I'd love to make more like long form and short form content. The hard part about that is just being able to sit down, take the time to like make content or clipping things from VODs and videos that and then editing those into content to post on like other social media sites. If I could do that automatically or if I could pay somebody to do that, definitely would do that. Because you only have so much time in a day, and it's like some people may work, some people may go and volunteer, some people have other commitments outside of VTubing.
Yeah, exactly.
So with only so much time in a day, it's like, what do I dedicate my time to? Like, do I set aside a couple hours and try and work on short form and long form content? Do I just take some time to myself? Do I go and I try and plan some other stuff? Do I like it's hard to fit all of that in like so many hours within a day. So that I feel like that's definitely something. If I had the ability to, I'd love to be able to make more content, but if I had help in doing that, I think that would be amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Excuse me. Do you have any games that are kind of at the top of your streaming bucket list, or even not even just games, but like I guess activities, perhaps? Just anything to like do on stream that's kind of on like your bucket list, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, there's a couple games that I have kind of tinkered with the idea of playing. Like, I love games like Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley, but I know, like, with games like Animal Crossing, they're more so you can only do so much stuff in a day's worth of time. And it's like, I feel like a game like that, without, like, time skipping, may be a little difficult to pull off in a stream setting. Because Animal Crossing is a great game, but when you're first starting off, like, they only give you, like, okay, you can do, like, 3 tasks in a day, and then you have to wait till the next day, and then you can do that one. It's like, but I want to be able to just do all of the things right now. Later on in the game you can, but when you first start off, that's a little challenging. But
Right.
There is a new update, actually, for Animal Crossing coming up next year, and it's like, that may just persuade me to maybe start an Animal Crossing stream.
Hell yeah, definitely. It looks really it looks like a really good and like pretty
Yeah.
like thick update too.
Yeah, I was really surprised to hear that. I was like, wait a minute, we're getting an update after 4 years? What do you mean?
Yeah, exactly. And are there any games, or I guess, is there anything that is blacklisted from your channel?
Oh, I am terrible at first-person shooter games, so I tend not to play a whole lot of those. So, like, your Valorant, your Overwatch. I am really bad at aiming and really bad at those type of games. So, I tend not to play or focus on those. Oh, like Fortnite, another one, like Battle Royale type of games. I'm not the best, so I don't tend to play a lot. Also, horror games, I'm a little selective with because I'm not the biggest fan of like blood and gore and all of that spooky stuff. Like for Halloween, I played a couple, but more so because it was the spirit of the month of October. But on a normal basis, I tend to stay away from them just because I get scared like super easy. So unless you want to hear a stream full of just me getting scared every 5 minutes, probably not a good idea. So yeah, the horror games, first-person shooter games, Battle Royale, those type of games, I typically tend to stay away from.
I mean, some people might like that kind of stream.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But...
There's a lot of people I know that play those type of games, and that's amazing. For me personally, I just don't play those games, but not saying that they're bad games at all. I personally just don't like playing them, but yeah, there's a lot of people that do play those type of games, and that's amazing. That's pretty cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. Just not for folks like us.
Yeah, it's like, not for me and you, maybe not. But for other people, go ahead, have fun.
Yeah, by all means.
Yeah.
Just not me.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have an Oshi? And if so, who are they?
Oh, I've thought about that question a lot, because it's like, oh, like, Oshi is like the one person, like, really, like, or like the couple of people, like, you really like. I don't know if I so much have an Oshi as more as I have people that I admire and I respect the craft and what they've done. I feel like I more so have people I admire.
I mean, I think, yeah, I think that's, I could still count if you want to list those people out for you.
Yeah, one of my biggest inspirations is Lee and Lee, aka Monarch.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to her song covers on YouTube. Like, I remember listening to like some of the earliest ones. Like, she did like a cover for Attack on Titan, like the very first opening for Attack on Titan. And I was like, shit, this is so good. Oh my goodness. And like, just what she's done from then on, like all of the Vocaloid covers, all of the different song and anime covers, it's like, that's just so inspiring, just seeing what she's able to accomplish after like so many years, like what all she's been able to do is just really inspiring to me. Mm-hmm. And even her becoming a VTuber, like I listened to her before she even became Monarch. So just being able to like follow her journey has been really, really cool to see. I would say she's probably one of my biggest inspirations.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a dream collab with anybody? Like it could be with anybody. Like, no matter who you want it to be, they will say yes and they will agree to whatever you want to do with them. So, who is it, and what would you want to do with them?
Oh, that is there's so many cool people that you can collab with, and it's just like, I only pick like so many. You only pick like a couple. Oh, if I wanted to collab with anybody that I could.
Mm-hmm.
I think it could be really cool to collab with Queso. Queso's been such a really, really fun streamer, and just seeing and watching his, he's not a VTuber by any means.
Yeah.
But just seeing his streams are always really fun. And I think it'd be really cool, like, hey Queso, would you want to play games together sometime? Like, we can even run our own water park simulator game. I think just fun and silly times with other people, whether they're VTubers or not. I think that would be just super fun, super cool.
You have to watch your pastor around him, though. He might get a bit,
Might get a bit soggy, but we'll put him in an inflatable.
No, I was talking about watch your pastor around Queso.
I'll make sure to keep him locked up in the church, so Queso doesn't accidentally eat him instead of the other fresh, non-living bread that we have at the church.
You gotta be careful with that.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of people that are like, can I eat your pastor? I'm like, no, but I can get you some non-sentient bread. I think that's a fair trade-off.
All right. So, is there a dream collab you'd want from the perspective of being a viewer, like between two other people that you'd want to see, just as like a someone who's just like watching the content?
Oh, so like if I'm a viewer, like, is there a dream collab that I would want to watch?
Yes.
Oh, I think So, like, all of the SVA talents are really cool, and I don't know if all of them together have collectively done a collab or if it's been a while. Because I know they have 3 new talents that are releasing pretty soon. So it'd be cool to just get all of the talents together and just see them all play a game. That would be really fun to watch. So they're all so fun and silly and a little bit chaotic at times. I love a good old bit of fun and chaos every now and then.
Of course.
A little bit of gremlin energy.
And then kind of rounding off the questions about other VTubers, who would you put on your Mount Rushmore of VTubing? The 4 VTubers that you look at and you consider to be like the most iconic selection of VTubers.
Ooh. This might be a bit of cliche of an answer, but I feel like Iron Mouse deserves a spot on the Mount Rushmore of VTubing. She's paved the way for so many VTubers. Like, she was like one of the first VTubers. And just seeing how her journey has gone to where she is today is amazing. So she definitely deserves a spot up there. In terms of who the other 3 would be, I would also put Porcelain Maid up there because it's interesting seeing you can be what any kind of VTuber model you want, and seeing like Porcelain Maid's model, they're male presenting, but they use a female model, and I know that can sometimes be like a turn away from other people because they're like, wait, you're a guy using a female model? But it ties so well into like his lore, and just seeing like you can be whatever you want to be. You can have whatever avatar you want and be able to stream with that. Like, I have such high respect for Joel, and just being able to like, this is my person, this is who I'm gonna be, and I'm sticking with it. Like, that's really cool, and I admire that. So Joel gets a spot on the Mount Rushmore. In terms of it's so hard to only pick 4 people.
Yeah.
I would say another one. Like, it's so hard to pick. Maybe I would put Kizuna Ai up there as well, because Kizuna Ai was my first introduction to VTubing, and I feel like Kizuna Ai was the first VTuber, like, ever. So seeing where she started and where VTubing has gone from all the way back when she started, I think it was like 2017, 2018, might have been a little earlier than that she was around. And she's just seeing how we got here today and how VTubing is. I think she deserves a spot up there too. She was like the first one. Like, you know, George Washington was on the Mount Rushmore. Kizuna Ai, I feel like, has the same equivalent as George Washington.
Exactly.
She definitely deserves a spot up there. She's like the founder of VTubing in a sense. And then there's only one more spot.
Yep.
That's so difficult to pick. Okay, so my last spot, I feel like maybe Sayu would be the last member on the Mount Rushmore. Because, like, before he became Sayu, he was already a very pronounced voice actor within, like, the anime and gaming community. And just seeing, like, oh, I can do other platforms as well, but I can also, like, I can be me, but I can also be, like, a VTuber. So, like, I know people have some issues with, like, oh, you're a VTuber, but you're showing your face. I mean, you're a content creator. You should be able to do whatever you want as a content creator, within reason, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But, like, there's no saying what is correct and what is not correct in terms of, like, how you present yourself as a VTuber. Like, if you want to show your face, that's perfectly okay. If you don't never want to show your face, you just always want to use your model, that's perfectly fine too.
Mm-hmm.
And just seeing how they can do so much both in their real life and also as a VTuber is really, really cool to see. Like, they can do more than just VTubing. Like, they were already pronounced in their previous role and still ongoing, but now they're also a VTuber, so it's like, awesome.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
cool. So yeah, I feel like those four would make up my Mount Rushmore of VTubing.
Definitely. So, kind of beyond the more obvious issues that go on, like, sort of dramatic behind the scenes behavior, corporate meddling, that sort of thing, what do you think the VTuber community kind of needs work on?
Wait, can you say that one more time?
Of course. Beyond the more obvious issues like behind the scenes drama or, like corporate meddling, what do you think the VTuber community kind of needs work on?
I feel like, oh, I don't want to be bold, not now. I feel like as a whole, we as a community need to do better with communicating with one another. Because there's all of like the background drama, all of that doesn't need to be made public if it's like little things behind the scenes. Because when drama and things like that blow up, like it blows up. Sometimes so much so that it just takes over social media for the next like week. And I feel like there's been a lot of negativity in this space because it's like, oh, what's the latest drama that's gonna come out now? Like, who's being bad in the community? And I feel like if we just took the time to sit down and just talk with one another, just communicate what you're feeling with people instead of making a Google Doc every other month. I feel like a lot of these issues wouldn't come up and it would not have to be made public. Like arguments and things like that, I feel should be best taken care of in private instead of making a big deal about it on social media. Because I don't know if people use it more so to gain attention than more so to slander other people. But just seeing all that negativity in the community, I know it's been a real letdown with like recent or in like slightly past events that have happened in the community. But I feel like if we just take a moment and just talk it out with the other person, I feel like the community could be better off, could do a lot better without all this useless like he said, she said, all this pointing fingers and blaming people. Like, just talk to people, talk with one another. Is it that hard? Like, you can talk to chatters. Can you not talk to somebody else, like another person?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a pretty common sentiment, and I definitely agree with it. What else? How familiar are you with conventions, like the sort of like the Comic Cons, but like a bit more than just that, But that's the kind of the easy one to pick out from a example. So,
Yeah.
TwitchCon was a couple weeks ago. There we go. I got it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I used to go to anime conventions a lot in college. I think my first one was actually in 2016, 2017 was like my first actual like anime convention that I went to. And I always thought like, this is amazing, just seeing the different panels that they have and seeing the vendor hall and seeing Artist Alley and just seeing all these amazing people and what kind of things they bring to a convention is really cool to see. So I really love going to conventions. Haven't been to a physical convention probably since 22. I think the last convention I went to was MagFest in 2022. But it's
Wait,
been
really?
a little bit. Yeah,
I was at that one.
Wait, you went to MagFest 22?
Yeah.
Nice. Where they had the Doom theme?
Yep.
Yes, let's go. It was so fun. It was such a good time.
I'm going again next year. Yeah, next year too.
Nice. I want to go back to DC. It was such a fun convention.
Oh yeah. But yeah, with conventions kind of becoming more and more, I guess, accessible to like VTuber guests and whatnot. With like the robots, the big screens, and like more and more brands willing to work with VTubers on sort of that kind of thing. If you were ever given the opportunity to do a meet and greet, how would you want to go about doing it?
Yeah, I was privileged. I was actually able to have an opportunity to meet and greet at a convention for a kind of like a sponsor that I'm affiliated with. They had signups to do meet and greets, so they were offering like smaller indie VTubers like myself the opportunity to represent them at the convention and talk about their brand as well as talking about ourselves as creators. So I thought that was really cool to like I could be at the convention, but like not at the convention. Like I wasn't there in physical form, but I was there on a TV talking to con goers that happened to come by the table, see the TV screen with my model on it, took time out of their day just to come say hi, see what's up, see what's going on at the convention. It was really cool. I would love the chance to be able to do more meet and greets, but the opportunity that I had previously, so much fun. I had a blast doing it.
That's awesome to hear. Your wimple is taking the wind out of my sails here, but I'm trying. Are you? I'm sharing my screen with you, by the way. If you haven't been taking a peek at it.
Oh yeah, I've been watching.
Yeah.
My fails cause I'm sorry, I have too many folds in my veil.
It's fine. So where would you like to see yourself in a year or even 5 years time?
A year, 5 years time. I'm really happy with how I've progressed and where I'm at currently in my VTubing career. Where I'd like to see myself more so in the future, I'd love to be the VTuber that like you can just see on social media and it's like you get so many people that know who you are. Like, oh my goodness, I know that VTuber. I know who they are. And just like see people get excited to talk about you and just know like, oh my goodness, like I like watching them. They're a really cool streamer. Like, I'd love to just, as in my lore, I say I want to spread the good word of the loaf to as many people as I can. But that also is like what I want to be able to do. I want to get my name out there to more of the VTuber community. I want more people to know more about not just bread, but the church, myself, my whole streaming journey. I'd love to just get more people to know about the church. I want to be able to have those opportunities that some of those larger creators have. Like they have bigger collabs, they have partnerships, they have more so, and like fan merch at conventions is another cool thing. Like artists just making fan merch out of them, and like all of the fan art that some of these VTubers get is so cool. And it's like, I want to be at that point where people, they just know who we are. They know who I am. They know who you are, Xander. They just talk about you. It's like, that's my OG. I like them. They're a great VTuber. I just want to get more known, kind of spread the word more in the community. I just want to be one of those figures that someone will say my name, like, oh yeah, I know who that is.
Awesome. And then do you have any kind of outlandish or maybe even selfish goals for your streaming career? The kind of stuff that maybe you don't want to say it out loud. It's kind of like the things that you kind of like keep to yourself, but you're always kind of thinking about them. Like maybe a big brand deal, a big project, something kind of like that.
Yeah, I know, like, for like streamers, like one of the biggest things is like I want to make Twitch partner. That's like a big goal that I've seen a lot of colleagues and other VTubers share. Like, I want to be Twitch partner. I want to be like super well known in the community, and that would be amazing to have that one day. I just know personally for me, right now may not be the time, and that's okay. I am perfectly content and super happy with how my progress and where I'm at in my VTubing journey. But that's something definitely in the future I'd love to be able to accomplish. I think I'd also love to be able to accomplish being part of a streamer group, because like being an indie is cool, but sometimes I feel like I don't know who to turn to. Like, I have friends, but my friends all seem to be part of like their own groups, and it's like I just want like a core group of people who I can just talk with, and we can play games and we can be silly together. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of hard to find that nowadays with like there's so much engagement bait, and there's all like, yeah, let's be friends, and then they ghost you and you never hear back from them again. Yeah. Just be able to find like a core group of people who I can turn to and I can be friends with, and we can just like help each other out and just be there for one another. It may be a little selfish to ask, but I kind of just.
I don't think so. I think that's fairly reasonable, actually. I mean, like, you know, because this is a lot, right? You know, this whole thing is a lot. So, you know, it's totally reasonable to want like other people who either know what they're doing, or if not, to at least like not know what they're doing with you.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome. Absolutely. And then kind of rounding things off here, what would you say is your hottest VTuber take?
Can you give an example of what you mean by that?
I guess just like what, I always kind of like flip-flop on mine, but, I think, VTuber, like specifically VTuber artists, need to get new like design things. What I mean by that is kind of, there are a lot of like, if you are an artist, there are a lot of like cliches you kind of notice when you look at VTuber designs. Like there's the hair vents, there's the the unnecessary extra bang that I have, I have right in front. It's like I get it's because of like, you know, you're doing, it's like a live 2D thing and you're, you know, adding more stuff, but it's like I don't know, I feel like there's too much of it, and there needs to be more. Like there needs to be like,
I can kind of see that.
More variety is that.
Yeah, because like you look at VTubers, and because the community, there's an immeasurable number of VTubers out there and content creators, and sometimes designs overlap, and sometimes your design may look slightly similar to another person's design. And it's like a lot of the VTubers, like I've seen a lot of people have very similar like outfit themes. Like they'll have like a tank top, and they'll have like the oversized jacket that's halfway off their shoulders. Like I've seen a lot of VTubers with very similar silhouettes, and sometimes it can be hard to distinguish like who is who. Like you have a design, but it's hard sometimes when you have so many other people who may share a similar design or a similar silhouette as you, to really distinguish who you are and like who your brand, like what is your brand, who is your character, who are you trying to be.
Yeah.
So a little more variety in the sense of like making your models a bit more different and a bit more just like not the same as somebody else, I think is definitely something that I would love to see more of in the community. Just seeing different designs and trying not to really copy someone else's design. Like part by part.
Yeah. Well, now we're on to the content lightning round. In this segment, I'll give you a popular kind of VTuber content, and I want you to give me your gut feeling about them, either from the perspective of creating that content or from the perspective of viewing that content. Mm-hmm. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. First things first, reaction content.
Oh, like reaction videos? I think those are fun, but sometimes they can be a bit overused if it's the same videos being watched over and over by various different people. Like, it's cool getting their sentiment and their opinion on the videos, but if I'm watching 5 different VTubers watch the same video, I can get a bit carried away and a bit old.
Music, I know you already expressed some opinion about this, but like reactions and original music.
Oh, I love hearing original songs. I love hearing song covers, anime covers, all of that. I love hearing just how different people's voices are and how they approach a song and how they sing the song is really cool to see. And here, obviously.
Right. Various marathons, your donathons, followathons, those kinds of things.
Mm-hmm. I think like subathons, followathons, donathons, something like that. They can be fun to see depending on what the VTuber has lined up. If it's more so your schedule's kind of, okay, I'm going to be doing the same game for the whole subathon or the whole athon, that can be a bit overdone and just, it can be very repetitive and people may not really like that. But if you're like, I'm doing something different every single day, we have new things planned for every day, I think those can be really enjoyable to watch.
Next up, you've also expressed some opinions on this. Competitive games, like stuff with like a ranked mode. You think your Marvel Rivals, your League of Legends, those kinds of games.
I think they can be really cool just to see like how what are your skills in the game? How good are you at the game? And I kind of always think of those games, it's like, oh, it's like esports. You have all these esport teams and they play games like that. And while that might not be my cup of tea, there are people out there that do enjoy watching that kind of content.
Next up is speedrunning content.
I think speedrunning is super silly, just seeing what kinds of hacks that people have found or come up with to try and beat the game as quick as possible, whether that be clipping into part of a wall and it jumps you 2 levels ahead, or if you somehow clip and jump into the floor and then, oh, you made it to the boss room. I think those are really cool, and it's really unique how people find these glitches and bugs and how they're able to execute them to help further themselves along and beat the game in the quickest amount of time.
Next up is challenge runs, stuff like Nuzlocke or like playing the entirety of a game using like a Guitar Hero controller or something like that.
I think those kinds of games are really cool because it's like you're not just playing the game as it normally would be played, you're playing it, you're kind of challenging yourself in a way that like, I'm gonna play it this way. With like a Nuzlocke, it's like, okay, you're not playing like your standard Pokemon game, you have a whole different set of rules that you need to follow, and just like kind of mixing it up is really fun instead of just following the norm. It's kind of interesting just seeing like, I'm gonna play this game, but I'm gonna play it in a different way. I'm gonna play it differently. So those are really fun to
watch. Party games, stuff that's been kind of dubbed friend slop recently. I think Repo or Peak or Lethal Company, stuff like that.
I think playing those games can be a lot of fun, but at the vantage point of like a viewer, I think it could be kind of hit or miss. Because like if you're a viewer, you want to watch like the streamer, but sometimes the streamer may not pay attention to chat. They may be just focusing on the game. Or if you're the friend that's playing the game, maybe your other friend is paying too much attention to chat. Maybe they're not really focusing on the game and it's not really an enjoyable experience for you. So those kind of games, I feel me personally, I like playing the games more so than I do watching them.
Okay. And then finally, full plays, like going through the entirety of a game or games over the course of a stream.
I feel like these, depending on like what game you're trying to do a full play of, it can be really fun to watch, or it can be, it might take too long. Like, for a game that's like one of the big games, like you have like Elden Ring or like Dark Souls, like because they're more like open world and there's not like a whole set of like, okay, I have point A and I need to get to point B and then that's the game. For those more open world games, it's like, okay, I have point A and then, oh, I have a side quest and then, oh, I'm gonna go to this other area and then maybe I'll come back to point B. So I feel like they're really cool to play. I don't know if like as the point of a viewer how long I'd be able to keep up with the game, just depending on what the game is, how far along are you in the game, and like what path are you taking to get to the game. Like, are you going to do it straight through, or are you going to try and do more so like I'm going to do all of the side things and then I'll come back to the main story.
Yeah, okay. Very interesting. And that is the lightning round. And also that is kind of the end of my structured bit of questions. So, as is normal for this time of the show, I will hand the proverbial interviewer mic over to my guests and allow them to ask me any questions they might have.
Okay, so we're flipping roles here, so I get to be the interviewer.
That's correct.
That's fun. So I remember in another VOD you had said you started I believe you said you had started around 2020, around COVID time for your VTubing journey. So what made you get into VTubing? Was it more so a distraction from COVID? Because, I mean, during COVID, you really couldn't do a whole lot. Everyone was stuck in their house. So was VTubing more so a way for you to, like, compensate for that boredom? Or was it more so a way for you to, like, an escape from, like, what's actually happening outside in the real world?
It was, I mean, it was very similar to, like I said before, like what your kind of intro to this was as well, in that I kind of always wanted to do, like, make content for the internet, and I, like, saw it, like, it was Kazuna I and then Corone that, that were like, I was like, oh shit, this is, like, something that, like, people can just, like, do, and they don't have to show their face or whatever, and it was, like, kind of just a chill thing. So it very much was similar to how you described it, and I kind of went from there. It was, yeah, that was kind of, I think I would have ended up doing this even if like COVID didn't happen. And I think it's just kind of a coincidence of like the timing of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. So for your design, I know you had asked me what my inspiration was for mine. Was there a specific memory or a specific event that in your personal life that made you make the VTuber design that you have today? Was there some sort of inspiration for your design?
Yeah, I'd say so. It's how I draw myself. It's I guess I didn't really like grasp the full concept of like VTubers at the time, and I was kind of just like, oh yeah, sure, you know, just like having an avatar for yourself as opposed to like making a whole like thing around it.
Yeah.
And I did at a time think about rebranding at one point.
Oh, okay.
But I stuck with this mostly because I already paid the money for this model, and also I didn't want to see some schmuck running around with my face on them. So I stuck with this, and I felt it was just like a way I could do this, and I can continue being myself, as opposed to like trying to make a character for like streaming and whatnot. So the outfit is a kind of different story. It's a combination of like what I think like a JRPG boss would wear. The turtleneck is an Archer reference. the TV show Archer.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it before.
Yeah, he likes turtlenecks a lot, and he like makes a big stink about wearing them on missions and stuff. And then the horns, which I'm sure most people show interest in the horns, which fair. I don't know why I decided to do like the lava lamp, like Kirby Crackle like design with like the blobs and stuff. I just know that I wanted it to, I drew it as a PNG at first, and then I was like I kind of knew that I wanted to do something where they were like moving. But I could not tell you why I thought about it like that. That's how it kind of all like put itself together.
Yeah. It all kind of came together in the end.
Exactly, yeah.
So, what is your opinion on PNG tubers and streamers who use a pre-made model?
I think both are definitely viable options. I think they're smart options as well. Because I had a PNG for like a bit. It was my own hubris maybe that made me want to like jump to getting a model, which I had no like business getting this model. I was like, I think even like one CCV is being generous to what I was pulling back when I decided to get this model. But I was like, oh man, I'm gonna get a model and that'll be it. It was not it. But I think it's definitely a good idea to go with the PNG or to go with the customizable, just because like there's so many good options for it nowadays too.
Yeah.
Like I saw recently that somebody made a full like a customizable 3D model.
Yeah.
That's compatible with Waterdo. And I was like, shit, this is like pretty decent. And like, PNG 2 Remix is like coming out, and it's like a lot more fancy stuff being worked with there. And yeah, I think it is almost like I would say you should just like start with something like that at first. Like get yourself an identity that you want to work with, and then like on the one hand, like I will say it does kind of you do sometimes fall into like same face syndrome with a customizable model. But honestly, I think it doesn't really matter when you're starting out. And I am no happier with this model than I would be with a customizable model. That's not to say that I don't love this model. I do.
Yeah.
I think it's very. I'm just saying that like. If I didn't have the disposable income to get this at the time, I should not have gotten this. So yeah.
I feel like a lot of VTubers, they're like, oh, to make it big, like I need this really cool model, or it's like no one's gonna watch me, and like I feel bad because like you don't need a fancy model and all the fun fancy graphics to be a good streamer.
Exactly.
The first step in being a good streamer is showcasing who you are, not what model am I using or what do I look like. Like people, like I feel so bad because it's like people will dump so much money just starting off on VTubing, and they're like, well, I spent all this money, nobody's here, and it's like, you should not do that first and foremost.
Yeah, why did you do this?
Yeah, it's like you should work on building your brand and start off smaller and then work your way up as you continue along in your journey. Dumping money on a model like the very first thing you do, like, oh, I'm to be a VTuber, I need to have like a super expensive model from a really expensive rigger. Like, no, that is not the case. Like I used a PNG for the longest time. Like, I started off with a PNG and I only got my model in April of this year. So I've only really been streaming with a live 2D model since April, and that wasn't even that long ago. It was like 6 months, like half a year ago at this point.
Yeah, I've had this model for 3 years, and I haven't even broken 170 followers on Twitch yet. I'm not like, you're not going to just get a following. You have to do something in order to get that.
Yeah.
Like
It's
my
like, showcase who you are as a creator first, and then you can build upon that at a later time. Like, show your community like who you are. Why should people stay and watch you as a creator? What do you bring to the table?
yeah, people like didn't follow like Shy Lily or Chibidoki or like any of like the, well, okay, I was gonna say any of the Hololive people, but like, I mean, I guess that's still kind of true because they have nice models. Like, nobody's gonna see my big dumb face like kind of just doing nothing on like TikTok and be like, "Ooh, I'm gonna follow this guy." No, it's if I had it, if I like had a PNG that was still like really funny, then that would be enough for a lot of people.
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of ties into my next question. If you were to give a piece of advice to a new and upcoming streamer who wants to start VTubing, what kind of advice would you give them?
So this is actually pretty relevant because, well, I mean, kind of relevant because my friend Spring recently got a customizable model. She does stream. She's been streaming for a while. But like, this is sort of her first foray into VTubing. I would say try and make connections, like as many as possible. I know, like I know people will say, don't try and rely on collabs for all your content and this, that, and the third. And I think like to a point that's kind of fair, but also I think that like it's just good to like know people and to like interact with like people in like the scene, because like even if I'm like doing this show doesn't get me like a bunch of more followers and stuff like that, I'm like still interacting with people. I'm still like, I get like get invited to like events or like get opportunities to go to events and stuff like that. And it's just like, I'd say just like reach out to people and like just be like a good person.
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm like especially a good person, but like just don't just, interact like a human being, and like, opportunities will eventually like show themselves to you.
Yeah, no, I agree. 'Cause it's like, because some people you hear like, oh, you're only my friend to use me as a stepping stone so you can advance further in your career. That's so heartbreaking to see that, like, my friendship meant nothing when you're just using me as a platform to get yourself and boost your own like journey. That's just so heartbreaking. Like, why can't people just be nice to one another? Like, is it that hard to just be a good, genuine person? And I genuinely want to make friends. Like, I genuinely want to get to know people. Like, should not use like content creation and being a streamer as a way to just step over people.
Yeah, no. Like, these are like, treat like other people just like as if you are actually making like real lasting friendships with people.
Yeah.
Because like, just be a person. I don't know.
Be a good person. Is it that hard to be a good person?
It really shouldn't be.
No, that should be like one of the easiest things to do, is to just be a good person. Like, I don't know why people seem to struggle with that when it's like one of the basic human things you can do is just be kind to other people.
Yeah.
All about just spreading kindness, spreading positivity. There's no reason to be negative. Like, I don't see the need for all of the negative things that have happened in the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Be a bit off-putting and kind of like it kind of brings your mood down. It's like I don't want to see that. I want to see like some happy stuff. Yeah. Let's see. If you could play any game on stream or no, I lied. Let me redo that. If you could replay any game for the first time, what game would it be and why?
For the just like play it like in private or just like on stream because I
Oh,
have two.
just like if you could. Oh, you could answer it both ways. Whether if you would play it on stream or just off stream.
Yeah.
Like any game that you've played before, if you could replay it again for the very first time.
So for my offline answer, it's probably Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door.
Ooh, Paper Mario.
It is my favorite game of all time, and I love it to bits. If I had to choose a game for stream, I would pick Dragon Quest XI.
Ooh.
Because I did play it on stream earlier this year with my buddy Squiddy, and we had such a good fucking time playing that game.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think there's a new Dragon Quest game that just came out, if I remember correctly.
They announced 12 like a while ago, but I haven't. They did a remake of the first 3.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I swear there was an announcement not that long ago about like either a new game or a remake.
Yeah, they remade the first 3 games kind of recently.
Nice. Now, growing up, did you play a lot of like JRPGs or what kind of games did you play growing up?
Sort of. It was a lot of like the Nintendo ones mostly. You know, like so Pokemon. Bowser's Inside Story was a big one.
Oh, that's a great one.
I'm trying to think. It's always like strange thinking about what games I played when I was younger.
Yeah, it's like what are the games from my childhood?
Yeah, because I know, a lot of like the big Nintendo hitters for like the Wii were ones that kind of populated my gaming collection, I guess.
Yeah.
I think, I was always a big Kirby kid.
Yes, Kirby. Love Kirby.
Let's see here. The first Zelda game I ever played was Skyward Sword, and I love that game. It's my favorite Zelda game.
Nice.
And I am so disappointed that Nintendo's really on Breath of the Wild train, because I don't care for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, they're just like, it's the new game. We're gonna do Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom. It's like, but what about the older games?
Yeah, what about the ones where like things were fun?
Well, what about those ones, Nintendo? It's like the older child. It's like, what about me?
Yeah.
Ooh, do you have a favorite console, or would you say you more so like games for like PC?
I think the console that has the most games that I really like on it is the Wii. Mm-hmm. I think, but I think, generally speaking, I'm more of a PC person now.
Yeah. The Wii is I feel like the Wii is an underrated console. It was such a good gaming console for its time, and it's even still, like, relevant now.
Yeah,
I feel like it wasn't even that long ago that the Wii came out, but it's like, wait, when did it come out?
Yeah, because and also, you know, just like banger after banger after banger for like games that they had as like a selection.
Yeah. And they had all the attachments. Like you had Mario Kart and you had the actual wheel for the Mario Kart. But then I had games that like, oh, you need the nunchuck, and it's like, why do I need the nunchuck for this game? Oh man, the Wii was a classic. If you could bring back any game and put it, like an older game, and like bring it to like PC or just like get a revival of the game, what would you want to get brought back?
See, I have a lot of these, and they're all going to be very very similar.
Yeah.
But well, actually no. I think I have a lot of games that I want sequels for, but not
Yeah.
games that I want like specifically brought back.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
answer your question first. I want them to remake Chrono Trigger.
Ooh.
I want them to remake it. I want them to make it like Dragon Quest 11 and not the remake, like the HD pixel whatever shit that they've been doing. Because look, it was fine for Octopath Traveler, but I just don't care anymore. I know why you're doing this, Square Enix. It's because it's cheaper to do that than to like make an actual game. I see into the fucking dark hearts of you sons of bitches.
We're cutting costs, saving money.
Yeah. No, I want a full like 3D open world Chrono Trigger game. Because that would
be fun.
that would be the bee's knees.
Yeah.
But to move on to my question that I invented for myself,
Yeah.
I want like proper sequels to No More Heroes and Bayonetta.
Oh, Bayonetta would be a great one.
Yeah, I mean it's a shame they only made 2 games.
Yeah, they only have 2 Bayonetta games.
Yeah, there's only 2 Bayonetta games. They didn't make any more Bayonetta games besides Bayonetta 1 and 2. That's
when
it.
did Bayonetta 2 come out? Like,
That
was
was-
it like
it was a-
2000?
No, it was a Wii U game.
I forgot about that. I thought it was on an older console.
No. Yeah, so probably like 2015, 2016.
Dang.
And they never made another one. Absolutely not. There's no Bayonetta 3, everybody.
Nintendo just drops Bayonetta. Like, no.
So,
It's so cool because Bayonetta's such an interesting character. I mean, like, she's in, like, Smash, but, like, give us another game. We want more Bayonetta lore.
so I'm gonna drop the bit here for a second. They did make a Bayonetta 3. It's just really bad.
It's bad.
So I'm pretending like they didn't make
It doesn't
a Bayonetta
exist. It doesn't exist. If you don't look at it, it's not there.
Yep, no. There is no Bayonetta 3 in Ba Sing Se.
No Bayonetta 3.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. They took one. They took too long to make it, and then instead of like trying to actually like, just keep working on it and taking their time to do it, they were just like, hey, what if we just like rush it out now, and then it's a linear game that was open world that's made in ugly ass Unreal Engine 3, and the story has a stupid like daughter character that nobody gives a fuck about, and I hate her so much.
It's like, why would you do this?
Yeah.
Why? Oh man, we had so much potential, and then it just flopped.
Yeah, and like I'm open to them making like younger generation characters because I like Nero from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
But like Viola is not it. She is awful.
It's not it. It's just not it. It's cheap. It's not it. Man, they just ruined it. It's gone. I would love if they made Tomodachi Life for like the DS, and now they're like, oh, we're bringing it back. It's like, whoa! I would love if they brought back Nintendogs. That was my game back in the day on the DS, and then they never talked about it ever again. It's like, but that was such a fun game.
Yeah, I think like it seems like it was a thing they were like excited about with like the technology of it, and then
Yeah.
they did it and they were like, oh, this is all you can do with it, huh? All right. And then
Oh, it's so good. Like, there's so many people that would love a remake. Granted, I don't really think they've made another handheld console.
yeah, no,
Since-
the 3DS is the last one that they've made.
Yeah, because I mean, like, you have the Switch, but I wouldn't consider the Switch to be a handheld console.
Yeah, no.
It's too bulky to be a hand.
I wanted them to make. I didn't want the Switch 2. I wanted them to go back to making a distinct home console and a distinct handheld because
Yeah.
that was better. But
That was so good. And now there's like, well, Switch 2. And I'm like, I didn't want that.
yeah,
Why did we get this one? Man, Nintendo. Like, I still remember playing, like, games on, like, my PlayStation Vita, and, like, PlayStation doesn't do handhelds. Like, they're just making, what, the PS6 maybe sometime in the future?
yeah.
It's like, bring back handheld consoles. Those were so good. Like,
And
I
they
remember...
like sold well too, which is the craziest part.
Yeah! And now they're, like, turning off services for, like, all of our handheld stuff. Like, I remember, like, the very first convention I went to, I brought my Nintendo 3DS, and I had Street Pass going on while I walked around the convention. You can't do that anymore, I don't think.
Nope.
I think they shut it down. I'm like, but I never got to complete those puzzles in the Street Pass.
Rip Bozo.
Like, Bozo, I'll never see you again. Oh man, just bring back the classics. I miss the classics.
Very true.
And then, like, they're making, like, the Animal Crossing announcement they made, they were like, yeah, this is the last major update, for, like, last major free update, probably for, like, the Switch, like, the first Switch, and everything else is gonna be on the Switch, too. It's like, but I want more stuff for the regular Switch.
Yeah, you guys are like still making Switch games, so like just fucking make more like Switch stuff.
Yeah, and now they're like, nope, it's all on the Switch too. It's like, but I don't want that. But I don't want that.
Yeah.
Oh, sad, but what can you do? Oh, I like the vines that you're adding in the back. Those are really cool.
Thank you. They are.
And I like how you did the white outline around her as well.
Yeah, you know, it helps to keep the foreground and background clean, like separate and like cleaner.
Oh, so how long have you been drawing for, and have you used any other programs aside from Clip Studio Paint?
So I have been drawing since I could hold a crayon, as some might say, not me. I say crayon.
Okay.
But yeah, and it's more that I didn't stop drawing. Is kind of my thing. And it was a thing of just like I was still kind of good at this one thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I just like stuck with it and yeah. Other programs I've used Paint Tool Sci for a bit, but that was just because my buddy had like a pirated version of it.
We love our free pirated programs. We don't want to spend money.
Absolutely. But then I saw Clip Studio Paint had like a deal that was like, oh, this is like going to be way cheaper and just like buy this. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'll do that.
Clip's pretty good.
Yeah, I do like Clip Studio Paint. Um, I also use Ace Bright sometimes. I've
Okay.
been kind of lacking in my animation stuff. Um, yeah.
Nice. Do you prefer digital art or do you prefer traditional art?
So, having been forced to do traditional art for a bit, I absolutely prefer digital art. Holy shit. Being able to fucking, like, just do, like, this,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh no, this doesn't look quite right. Being able to just do, like, this, game changing. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Game changing shit. I can't even imagine having to, like, not have all of my tools and tricks up my sleeve. So
Yeah. It's just like, what could I have done with this pen and paper? It's like,
and it's not that I
you have
don't
to erase and then you have to go back and you have to redo the same line like 5 times, whereas digital, you just hit the button. It's like, okay, redo it.
yeah,
Okay,
and it's not
button,
like I
redo.
don't like doing traditional stuff because I do.
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think it is like I don't want to brag or nothing, but I feel like I can do a pretty decent job with traditional stuff. Like there's
Nice.
but it's yeah, no, it's so much easier to be able to like copy and paste stuff, to be able to like do just like all of that like digital, like good digital stuff.
Yeah. Digital definitely has its perks. For sure. Like Clip Studio Paint's really nice. I remember when I first started drawing digitally, I would use Fire Alpaca because I was like, oh, this is free and I don't have to pay for an art program. So I used Fire Alpaca for the longest time. And it was a decent art program for being a free art program online, which is very rare and few nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. But then I found Clip Studio Paint. I'm like, oh, wait, actually, no, this is just way better than
Yeah.
Fire Alpaca.
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you post on any other like social media platforms like before like Twitter? Like did you post your art on like anywhere?
Not very often. Sometimes I would do Tumblr,
Yeah.
but only when I was like really proud of it, which usually didn't happen. Sometimes like if there was like a specific, if I was doing like a drawing for like a specific person or like a specific thing, maybe I'd like post it on their subreddit. But yeah, no, I like with photos of myself, I am very reticent about posting my like anything online, which is funny because I'm now a VTuber that like interviews people and draws them and posts the drawings I make of them on the internet.
It's like where I used to be and where I am now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, she looks so cute. The habit looks so good. You did such a good job with it. Even if it was causing you problems, and I apologize if it was causing you problems and too many ruffles.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. I figured it out.
Yeah, it's all good. So you conquered the habit. It's all good.
Exactly.
You look so pretty. Do you are there 3D models in Clip that you use for reference, or do you pull them in from somewhere else?
Yeah, there are in fact.
Oh.
I don't use them like.
I did not know that they had 3D models that you could use for referencing.
Yep, it's pretty dang good.
Oh, that's super helpful.
Me when I get you.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Oh, that's so helpful though, because posing, for me, poses are one of the most difficult things I can think of. Because hands be difficult to draw.
Yep.
And feet are difficult to draw. It's like, I like dread if I have to draw hands that just aren't like next to, like, by your side or, like, just behind somebody. Like, no, I have to draw hands.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you find any type of, like, drawing or feature more difficult to draw? I don't know if hands would be the thing that you don't like drawing the least.
I think I've gotten over hands a bit more recently. Now it's feet that I don't like drawing.
Feet.
Yeah, no, it's still can't quite work out how those little guys are supposed to go.
Yeah, I had somebody tell me one time in terms of, like, when drawing, like, hand and feet, they're like, hands look like potatoes and feet look like boxes. I'm like, okay, that's some useful info, maybe.
I've heard feet look like ducks.
Ducks! That's a good one.
But yeah, I think
like rubber ducks.
I've gotten over hands recently, just as like a, because and this is kind of, I don't know if you saw the thing I made in the one chat, but I'd like to be able to do something where it's kind of not like teaching, but like kind of working out kind of basics with art to people who don't really have much experience with it.
Yeah.
My whole thing is just like with shapes. And kind of like just knowing that hands are made of these shapes.
Just kind of break it down into just trying to do it not in one go, but break it down into like the individual parts of the hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Yeah, I feel like that's more helpful than just trying to, like, okay, I'm gonna attempt to draw this, like, this hand, and then it just looks a mess and all the fingers are just not proportional to one another, and you're like, oh, what did I do?
Yeah. I think also, like, just drawing over what you've already, like, done sketches of is, I mean, obviously, like, you know, that's it kind of sounds like a no-brainer, but also it's just, like...
No, but, like, that's such a real thing. Like, I remember when if I would draw when I was younger, I would never do sketching, because I was like, nah, I can just do it from the start. I don't need a sketch to go after. I'm just gonna try drawing it one and done. And that wasn't the plan, because then you'd have to redo it over and over because something didn't look right. And you're like, oh no, what did I do?
Yeah. But yeah, I think I've learned a lot recently that, like, drawing everything in drawing is just shapes. It's just shapes, and kind of getting used to putting those shapes together is kind of where you need to get things put things together.
No, it all seems very fundamental until your brain tricks you, and it's like, no, it's difficult. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, it's more than just shapes. It's like, but shape.
Man, I fucking crushed that hand. What the hell?
That's a good hand. That's a great hand. Like, look at that.
It's like that fucking meme where it's like, the drawing you do on, like, a McDonald's napkin versus the drawing you do in your sketchbook. It's...
Wait, why did I draw it so good here? What the heck?
I think I heard that a thing that's like, you have to be willing to let something fail in order for you to either improve with it or to, like, just make it something good.
Yeah.
Because I did this as like just like a fucking like a herder. This is how I draw hands, but like
this is how I draw.
But yeah, no, because I wasn't like thinking about it more than just like getting the shapes down, and that's kind of how you do it.
It's like, that's a hand. This is how you draw a hand. It's like, wow, that's a pretty good hand.
That's a really fucking good hand. Jeez.
Yeah. Now you gotta save it, frame it, put it on the wall, put it on the fridge.
Yeah, someone clipped me putting that hand together and not really thinking about it very much. Versus like me trying to spend like 15 minutes getting this wimple correct. I think that's the right term for it.
It probably is the correct term. I've always just called it a veil.
It sounds better than Wimple, to be honest, but...
Wimple. I mean, Wimple's probably the actual term for it. I'm just like, no, make it. It's a veil. That's what they wear, right?
Yeah.
It's like my design, while I've based it off of like what a traditional nun outfit resembles, I've thrown a bit of like Lolita inspiration into it. So it's not a full-on nun outfit because like obviously nuns don't have bows on their habit.
Yeah.
Or they don't no, the habit's the middle piece. They don't have bows on their wimple, and they don't have, like, ruffles on their dress. It's like, nah, I kind of went... Yeah. I took the inspiration, and I took it a step further.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now you gotta clip that hand. It's like, guys, we drew a hand!
Yeah, have the soy jack pointing face. How to draw a hand.
Whoa! The hand!
Oh, wait. No, wrong one. Pog hand?
Pog hand! It's Pog hand!
Buttons. There we go. Alright. I have a Stream Deck, it's just not plugged in at all right now, so...
No, I gotta get it plugged in! And then you can push the button, it's like, boop, I make it work. There's also so many, like, things, like, extra appliances and, like, electronics that you can have for streaming, and it's just like... I lose track of, like, all of the things that you could have to help make, like, setup easier, but then I feel like my desk would be more cluttered than it should be.
Yeah.
It's like, I got my microphone, I have my stand for my iPhone tracking, my headphone stand, and I think that's good enough.
Yeah, now imagine having a tablet here, and then also you have to move your keyboard out of the way, and yeah.
Yeah, like, I've done like, a couple art streams before, and I've just had to, like, pick up the keyboard and just, like, put it vertically against, like, the back of my desk. So I'm like, okay, I need room to draw. I gotta put my tablet.
Yeah, but also you need the keyboard close enough where you can push your hotkeys and stuff like that.
It's just like, this is a struggle.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Oh, man. There's so much. There's so much that goes into just being a streamer.
Absolutely. Well, if you don't have any more questions for me, I can let you be on your way if you'd like. I can send this to you once we raid into somebody.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I can't think of any other questions. You've pretty much gotten... You've either asked me all the questions, or I can't think of any other ones off the top of my head. But I wanted to say thank you so much again for this. This was
thank you for coming on. This was very lovely. I had a great time. It was... Hold on, I need to... Oh. Thanks for the follow, I guess. Do you have anybody you'd want me to raid into? I always like to ask my guests if they have anybody that's...
Oh, I don't even know. I don't even know who is streaming today. Let's take a gander and see.
Because I always just could toss you guys into Xander, Shy Lily, but I'd always like to ask.
Ooh, how about some Dragon Age 2?
Okay. Can you give me
yeah, I can send you the name, or I can just tell you right now, whatever's easier.
Sure. I mean, both is fine.
The streamer's name is The Digital Duke. Looks like they're playing some Dragon Age 2 today.
All right. Well, let's toss you to him. But yeah, this has been Sketchalog, and thank you very much for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's raid now. All right, they're gone. We can stop being nice to each other now.
I do want to thank you for inviting me. I had so much fun today.
Yeah, of course.